Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be checking out the most dangerous race in the world by DailyFuelUp. I watched like the first 20 seconds of this, so I'm sorry, why not make a video on this? Let's go.
156 corners, a
That's insane.
4,700-foot climb to 13,100 feet above sea level.
Whoa, 13,000 planes fly there.
Cars with over 800 horsepower, and between you and disaster, nothing. Literally nothing.
The roll cage probably saved the driver's life. I'm not even
kidding. In a time when racing became safer and safer, Pikes Peak basically said no thanks and kept things exactly how they were. It's raw, it's insane, and it's still one of the most dangerous races in the world. There's simply nothing else like it, and you're about to see why. Yeah, this video is a bit different to the usual F1 stuff I make, but stick around because you're gonna like it.
Road to the clouds.
Pikes Peak, one of the oldest and most legendary motorsport events in the United States, right up there with Indy 500. But unlike Indy, this one doesn't happen on a flat oval. It happens on a mountain. The mountain itself became famous in the early 1800s, and once sketchy roads were built to the summit, it didn't take long for someone to ask the obvious question: what if we race to the top? By 1916, that's exactly what people were doing. The first official winner was Ray Lenz, and from
Let me guess, someone died.
there, the Pikes Peak hill climb was born. Unlike most racing events at the time, this one allowed amateurs to compete too. You didn't have to be a factory-backed star, you just needed a car, courage, and a questionable amount of self-preservation. And that's what made it different. While most American motorsport was happening on ovals or straight-line runs, Pikes Peak was something else entirely. Picture this: a narrow, twisting road clinging to the side of a mountain, barely wide enough for a car. One side is solid rock, the other side, oh, just a sheer drop that seems to go on forever. No barriers, no guardrails, one misjudged corner, one late break, one tiny slip up, and gravity is waiting to take over. And for decades, the surface itself was part of the challenge. Dirt, gravel, loose rocks constantly shifting under your tires, kicking up dust clouds so thick you could barely see the next turn. Slide a little too much, rocks bouncing off your hood and windshield, making it feel like the mountain itself is fighting you. Now, layer on the corners. Not a few, not a dozen, 156 twists and turns in just over 12 miles. Yeah, 156 corners. How the hell do you even learn a layout like that? There are barely any straight sections to rest. It's corner after corner. And to make it worse, many of them look identical. So even if you've memorized the course, your brain is constantly second guessing itself. Every second, every turn demands your full attention. Your hands are white-knuckled on the wheel, shoulders locked, heart hammering, lungs gasping for oxygen. And the higher you climb, the thinner the air gets. And it ain't just you gasping for oxygen, the cars too. By the summit, the engines are down about 30% of their power, and your body is screaming at you to slow down. Your muscles fatigue faster, your reactions lag, and your misjudgment fuzzy at best. One tiny lapse, one moment of overconfidence, and it's over. Back in the day, cars rolled down the sides, engines blew up in clouds of dust, motorcycles flipped. Some people only walked away because they got lucky. The mountain doesn't forgive hesitation. That's Pikes Peak. It's simple in concept. Start at the bottom, fastest at the top wins. But surviving it, that's the real challenge.
The recipe of success.
As the years went by, Pikes Peak didn't calm down. If anything, it just got smarter and way faster. What started as a chaotic run up a mountain with barely any rules slowly turned into a proper motorsport event. The cars improved, the drivers got better, and eventually, real rivalries started forming. And whenever rivalries show up, things get spicy. Between 1953 and 1962, the course record was broken every single year. Every year, it dropped from 15 minutes and 15 seconds to just 12 minutes and 5 seconds. That is just insane. The Unser family basically turned Pikes Peak into their personal battleground. Bobby Unser, Al Unser, and later Robbie Unser kept rewriting record books. If your surname was Unser, you weren't just competing, you were expected to win. But even they weren't immune to the mountain. One mistake in the wrong corner didn't mean a harmless spin into gravel. It meant sky.
And maybe death. You know, it's like it's just like a roll of the dice. You know, it's a roll of the dice. If you don't roll a 20, you're fucked.
There are sections where the road simply falls away. No wall, no catch fence, just open air. And that's why Pikes Peak isn't just another mountain race. Most rally courses or hill climbs, sure, they're tricky.
Holy whoa, what?
And that's why Pikes Peak isn't just another mountain race. Most rally
Fucking airtime, holy.
courses or hill climbs, sure, they're tricky, but they're usually short, predictable, or have some sort of safety net. You know, guardrails, runoff areas, maybe a nice patch of asphalt to catch your car if you go wide. Other courses might test speed or skill, but Pikes Peak tests everything at once. Your nerves, your car, your strategy, and your guts. One small mistake doesn't just cost a few seconds. It can end your run, or worse. That's why drivers from all over the world started showing up. Rally guys, circuit racers, endurance pros, even motorbike maniacs. And of course, the kind of absolute lunatics looked at a mountain with cliffs and said, yeah, I could probably send it up there. Because no other mountain, no other hill climb pushed you that hard in so many ways at once. And that's when things really started getting interesting. You had cars, motorcycles, trucks, buggies, open-wheel monsters, stock cars, prototypes. Honestly, if it had an engine and a driver brave enough to send it, it probably raced up that mountain at some point.
My God.
Every category had its own personality, its own strengths, its own way of dealing with 150
No way they actually was like waste a fucking Formula 1 car up there.
56 corners and a cliff waiting on the outside. Of course, each class was really only racing against itself, but the goal was the same for everyone. Go as fast as you can. The overall winner could technically come from any category, though most of the time it was an open wheel car. The best part, seeing how each type attacked the mountain. Some leaned on grip, others just went full power and prayed. All of this just started attracting the biggest brands and the best drivers, because Pikes Peak was turning into something unique. A race like nothing else in the world. And that danger only escalated in the 1980s. When Group B rally cars arrived, Pikes Peak stopped being a race and started looking like controlled insanity. Lightweight chassis, massive turbochargers, all-wheel drive, over 600 horsepower on dirt. Audi showed up with the Sport Quattro. Peugeot responded with a 405 Turbo 16. These weren't slightly modified road cars. They were monsters built to break physics.
Yes, officer, it's talk.
They slid sideways at ridiculous speeds, inches from cliffs, throwing rocks off the mountain. Turbo lag would hit. Then suddenly all the power arrived at once, snapping the car violently towards the edge. Drivers were constantly correcting, constantly fighting the steering wheel. Michel Mouton attacked the mountain flat out. Walter Rowe danced on the limit. Ari Vatanen's famous run in climb dance. 5 minutes of pure commitment shows the car drifting towards a drop that looks endless. No guardrails, no runoffs, just commitment and hope. And crashes did happen.
How many deaths? If you say 0, I'll be surprised. Whoa. I'm gonna go. Did I see flame? I did. Wait, hold on. Were there any?
It happened.
Oh no, that probably was part of the car. That's bad. Never mind. Oh no.
Cars rolled down embankments, motorcycles cartwheeled across gravel, drivers walked away from some incidents by pure luck. Others weren't so lucky over the decades. The mountain
I knew it.
doesn't forgive hesitation, but it also doesn't forgive overconfidence. Then came the paving. For decades, the loose dirt acted like a limiter. It forced drivers to slide, to manage wheel spin, to respect the surface. But starting in 2002, the road slowly turned to asphalt. By 2012, it was fully paved. And suddenly, grip levels skyrocketed. That sounds safer. It wasn't. More grip meant more speed, bigger wings, stiffer suspensions, proper slick tires. Cars stopped sliding at 90 miles per hour and started cornering at insane velocities. The same 156 corners were still there, just arriving much faster. In 2011,
oh no.
Nobuhiro Tajima won Pikes Peak for the 9th time, driving his Suzuki SX4.
9th time is
and he
insane.
didn't just win, he smashed the 10-minute barrier with a time of 9:51.278. Under 10 minutes to climb a mountain that once took over 20. Just think about that for a second. Same cliffs, same lack of guardrails, same thin air at 13,000 feet, stealing power and oxygen. Same 156 corners, just coming at you way faster.
Oh,
Doesn't
no,
that make
the
it even
camera
more
down.
terrifying?
Faster than fear.
The legend of Pikes Peak hasn't just grown over the years, it's evolved. It's gotten faster and somehow even more serious. In 2013, Peugeot decided it wanted the glory back, so they showed up with a guy called Sébastien Loeb. Yeah, that's Sébastien Loeb, driving the insane Peugeot 208 T16. The WRC legend absolutely destroyed the record, setting an unbelievable 813.878.
What?
At the time, it felt untouchable. Like, who was even gonna get close to that? Well, it turned out you'd need two things: a driver who really understood Pikes Peak, and something completely revolutionary. And in 2018, both came together. Volkswagen built the VW IDR, a 100% electric prototype with two 500 kilowatt motors and weighing under 1,000 kilos. It looked like something from the future. Their official goal was just to break the electric record. That was the plan. But the car had way more in it, with Romain Dumas, who already won Pikes Peak in 2014, 2016, and 2017 behind the wheel. The IDR didn't just beat the electric record, it smashed Loeb's overall record too. 757.148. For the first time ever, someone went under 8 minutes.
That's insane.
And he's off. And there he goes. Romain Dumas. Holy smokes. That is one extremely fast car. He is really flying, using all of that road. And specially prepared Volkswagen for Pikes.
Wait, I just realized, because it's electric, it doesn't have like a radiator, right? So like, unlike gas or diesel or propane cars that like have to use air to get like fuel or whatever, however it works, I'm tired now. Electric doesn't need that, right? So it can perform just fine. Please let me know if I'm wrong.
There he goes. You hear practically nothing as it goes by. That is an unbelievable one.
Is that official? He broke the 8-minute mark.
For me, it's each year the most stressful race, and I think this one was the top of my career in terms of stress.
GG's.
So I'm very happy to be here, to reach the top. Congratulations to Volkswagen, you know, you can make a car like that in 8 months.
But it also marked a turning point for electric cars. Sure, electric vehicles first showed up in the 80s, but it's really been the last decade they've taken off. No power loss from altitude, instant torque, crazy acceleration. Right. Suddenly, the mountain's biggest weakness, thin air, didn't matter anymore. Cars like the Volkswagen IDR proved the future could be just as wild as the past, if not even wilder. Who knows how far they'll go next? But as beautiful and spectacular as all of this is, we can't forget what Pikes Peak really is. This is still one of the toughest and most dangerous races in the world. In fact, the most dangerous category of all, motorcycles, was shut down after 2019 following the death of rider Carlin Dunn during that year's event.
I mean, even like allowing motorcycles to race out in the first place was a bad idea. Because unlike cars, you don't have anything around you to protect you if you fall off the edge. I don't know how you would survive that if you're in a motorcycle.
All the family, friends, of which there are so many. And mate, I hope you're looking down on us, and I hope wherever you're going, they've got a great racetrack, they've got a movie that needs some stunt riders in it, and you're having a good time.
My good friend Carlin Dunn passed away during his race up Pikes Peak this past weekend. He was literally on pace to break the world record yet again, and lost control near the finish line and
near the end too.
Make it.
Because no matter how fast the cars get, the mountain is still the mountain. Even though this race defies common sense at every corner, it's a stark reminder of how dangerous it really is. So far, 6 people have lost their lives at Pikes Peak.
I honestly
that might not
expected
sound
more.
like
That's
a lot for
pretty
how
good.
long the race has been going, but each one is a reminder of how fast things can go wrong. Before done, there was motorcyclist Carl Sorensen, who tragically died during practice in 2015. And the year before, Bobby Gooden, another rider, lost his life just a few yards past the finish line. The first fatal accident to
Oh
occur
my god,
at the
he
summit.
won the...
These tragedies are a stark reminder of just how dangerous this mountain really is. Which is
Well,
why
why
I
we get
said
that
earlier,
angle?
ironically, paving the road actually made the race kind of more dangerous. And that's exactly why over the last decade we've seen some of the wildest crashes ever at Pikes Peak.
We have a car that
No, he didn't get thrown out.
And the one didn't look too bad. The roll bar is probably saved his life. Holy mother of God. Well, at least it didn't go down the mountain. That's a good thing.
That's the thing about this mountain course. It can make you a legend, records, glory, your name in the history books. But it demands respect. The same mountain that makes heroes can end careers or lives in a heartbeat. That mix of insane danger and epic achievement is what makes Pikes Peak, well, Pikes Peak. Winning here isn't just about beating other drivers. It's about handling the altitude, staying precise, and keeping your head calm when everything is happening at 120 miles per hour next to a cliff. Most corners don't give you a second try. You mess up once, that's it. Run over. That's why winning at Pikes Peak hits different. You're not just fast. You proved you could control something that honestly doesn't want to be controlled. The magic is that it's one mountain, one shot, one time attack. But in terms of technology and prestige, it's only getting more important. Big manufacturers see it as the perfect place to show off crazy new ideas, especially prototypes and wild experimental builds. The mountain rewards bravery, both from drivers and engineers. At the same time, safety is going to keep evolving. Organizers know they have to protect the future of the event. Too many tragedies and the whole thing is a risk. So it's always this balance between keeping it raw and making sure the drivers survive, and making sure the race survives. And that's why Pikes Peak still matters. It's one of the purest fights in motorsport. Humans pushing machines to the limit against a mountain that doesn't care who you are. That mix of glory and danger is what keeps it special. As long as the drivers keep showing up ready to take that risk, the mountain will keep deciding who earns legendary status and who doesn't. And that's exactly why I wanted to make a video about Pikes Peak, to show the sheer madness and greatness of motorsport beyond what we usually love, F1. By the way, if you like this video, make sure to leave a comment about which motorsport topic you'd want to see next. And as always, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, everyone. I will link the original video in the description down below. Without further ado, peace out and goes today, and I'm out. Bye.